Oh, hello there. Train Sim Mode 4 is now out. Train Sim Mode 4 is out. The game that nobody asked for it, but we got it anyway. It kind of seems that this is an update Train Sim Mode 3, since you can literally import your progress from the previous game, which I still haven't bought yet. But, we kind of move on from that. I'm not going to be mentioning any of the features included, so we'll just move straight onto the routes, which are the Antelope Valley Line, the S-Bahn Rollerberg, the first Austrian route for trains in world, and the East Coast Mainline, which we'll be having a look at in this video. Well then, let's see if it's worth its major asking price of... Oh no, it's even more expensive than its previous versions. Well then, let's get going with the video then. Starting off with the route itself, and the stations and most scenery actually look really good. It seems that Dovetail Games actually decided to spend a lot of their time making this route closer to how it actually is in real life. It finally feels like they're heading in the right track for once, no pun intended. However, as always, there are some errors that I have spotted so far playing with the route. Some roads just look quite unfinished and lacked effort to connect it up, and some obvious ones here at Peterborough where you can see the platform end bit, when in reality it's not supposed to be there. If I have noticed any more errors, please let me know down below in the comments. And you're probably asking, why did they do Peterborough to Doncaster and not Peterborough to King's Cross, which is what most people were expecting when they suggested the East Coast Mainline to be added for Train Sim World? Honestly, I don't know why, to be fair, though they could have done that section instead, since it's basically almost the same distance that we got. But, oh well. Maybe we could see a future extension to King's Cross? I doubt that'll happen. Be nice, Dovetail. Just saying. Anyway, the route gets a 7 out of 10. Good stuff. Moving on to the trains. Included is the Class 81 Azuma, Class 66, and the Flying the Flying Scotsman. Let's have a look at all the trains in detail. Starting off with the Class 66. I won't go into much detail since it's the same as any other UK route which has the 66 included. However, the most obvious change is it has been severely weathered, which does give a nice touch on how much these are workhorses in real life, since they operate literally almost everywhere in the country. Next up, the Class 81 Azuma. First impressions, they were actually bothered to include both variants of the train. The exterior actually looks really good. For once, even the textures outside don't look that low res and looks very high quality. Well, almost every texture. It even has a working destination display on the side of the carriages, which I didn't think they would add, but it does look a tiny bit off though. Could just be me. Delivery looks spot on from what I can see, and it looks very nice. The overhead equipment detail looks alright as well, and the most faintest smudge can also be visible on the windows too. Moving inside now, and there's a toilet included in the correct area, I think. The interior and seats are alright, however the seats are quite low res themselves. There are also destination displays inside, however some of them just decided not to work today. I'm not too sure if the text is supposed to be that big either. The catering area is alright, but it looks way too clean. And the doors can be still opened whilst the train is in motion. Oh yeah, the cab looks alright too, I guess. Moving on to the sounds. To be honest, just have a listen to them. Wait a second, let me hear it slowing down. So you are telling me, after all this time, they still decide to rip off the sounds from the Armstrong Powerhouse Enhancement Pack? The sounds are so bad that even some of them are ripped off on another enhancement pack by AP, the Class 377. Please, Dovetail Games, for once, can we actually get a train with, maybe a decent sound recordings? For reference, here isn't how an actual Azuma sounds like in real life. Moving on. Finally, the Flying Scotsman. You only get this steam locomotive if you own the deluxe or special editions when you buy the game. Being honest with you, I have never driven a steam loco in Train Sim World before, but from my horrible experience, it's a nice train to drive on. It has alright sounds, and it looks amazing. In conclusion, is this route worth it? I mean, kind of. It's a good route to drive on, don't get me wrong, but some of the errors just puts it off. The fact that this even plays into a new game, which is even more money than Train Sim World 3, makes the value less than it should have been. I'd rather wait for another sale if you want to consider buying this. This couldn't have came at a better time. First to hear it, people. The East Coast Mainline just got an update patch just now. A lot of bug fixes on the Azuma, which I have probably mentioned earlier in the video, has actually been fixed just now. There's even a timetable update including other trains from other routes as seen here. I will link it in the description below for you to have a look at. Back to your normal program. Anyway, I've said my part. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you have enjoyed then make sure to subscribe since I might do more of these if you're very interested in it. Sorry for not uploading over a month by the way. I've just been busy with other stuff. Anyway, goodbye for now. Drive it now, but I have no idea how to slow it down. Help maybe?